Alright, you overgrown fucking cat with horns, let's go. I think this is in order. Hope I hit something eventually. Frame rates are low.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Let, bringing you another video from the Guild Wars 2 beta weekend. Footage you just saw, you probably heard Altimus talking an event. Starting out this the beta, right when it launched and made available to the pre-order purchases, there was just a ton of people, and I mean, I'm expecting that to be at launch as well, but the activity in that zone is ridiculous, and the zones are widespread. They're not just loading into one area into the other. So this is like a heavily CPU-oriented game at the moment. I don't know if they're going to make any fixes or how they're going to change that. Not only that, but you saw some of the footage there. Is I lowered the graphic quality, texture quality, shaders, and everything because there was no way I was going to be able to make it through there with Fraps on and that many people. It was just a little too much for the PC to handle. So the point of this video is I wanted to point out some of the starter area things and what goes on. I've noticed that some people, including myself, right when I got started, if all hadn't been there, I would have been just a little bit lost for a while. If you can see, we're doing a lot of event oriented sort of questing, I guess. It's the PvE. It's a little grindy, yes, of course it is, but it's pretty quick and painless as you're in and out, and like it's just you just do these couple events real quick, and it's not like do this, do that, hand it in, get it over with. There's a little more it's a little more, I want to say puzzle aspect, but there's a little more to it than that, and it makes it for just I don't know, almost a little. It's a different kind of change. It's like the public quest were in Warhammer, but like I said before, as I explained in the one of the first earlier videos, is that the contribution you do is completely returned. There's no way of chances or anything like that. There's no rolling of dice for what you get. The amount that you put into it will 100% return to you through the karma rewards. So that's sort of what I'm trying to show here, is that there's a lot of these, and they're all different and really unique. When I say a lot, there is a lot of them, and they're all I don't know if I'd put the word fun on it, but it's interesting. Once again, it's PvE, it's grindy, but it's something that you have to do in the beginning to get leveled up. And as most of you know, world versus world versus world, or WWW, or web, whatever you want to call it, it's going to involve a lot of people. And the thing about that is that a lot of these people won't be level 80. It doesn't bolster like it does in instances. You're not pushed up to 80. You maintain your level and you maintain your gear that you gain through the actual campaign and the rest of the game. How this works is you basically just join up in Frontiers like they did in Dayak. It's incredible. I'm really happy they brought the 3 faction back. But back to more on topic here is the PvE. Now the PvE in this game, I gotta be honest, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of PvE. The most PvE I do is either just for simple gear grinds for endgame, because in some games like Rift you have to do endgame PvE in order to get the best gear. But if I don't have to do it, I won't do it at all. But it's turned out that this is actually pretty fun. It's interesting. There's some pretty cool lore. I never really was a big Guild Wars lore fan until I started playing and thinking about playing Guild Wars 2. So not till recently. But yeah, the lore is pretty interesting, and I think it's even more fun just like the fact it's opening day, it's of the launch of the beta weekend, and there's just tons of people here. So flowing through these places is no problem. I think the biggest thing people have to be cognizant of is that first day launch is there's gonna be zergs like this. There's gonna be zergs everywhere in every zone. for each individual race, and people are just going to be trying flying through Quest. And that is honestly, in my opinion, the best time to do it, because it's not so much like the mobs will be disappearing, but you'll be going through a lot of these events, and that's what we're doing right now, is we're just looking for events to do and get up our karma rewards. So yeah, but everybody's doing them, and they're getting completed, and you get to eventually, you completed the event, you get such and such bonuses, and that's a really good way to level up as compared to just simple PvE grinding. It's a grind in itself, but in the end, it's more interesting. It makes the game worthwhile, more fun. You get to, sort of see what other aspects of the game is. Here you can see that I'm actually fighting up against a name mob, a boss. It's part of one of the events, and it takes a lot of us to bring him down. Like it's I guess what you'd quote unquote call an elite special mobs. It's I don't know. You've seen it before, and I want to say it's cookie cutter, but it definitely, you've done it before, and you're going to do it again. And that's just how PvE is. There's really no way to change it or make it super unique to the point where it's going to be game breaking and be like, oh wow, you can sell this whole game based on the PvE, because in the end, you're just fighting an AI, a machine, and not a real person, and therefore the challenge is always going to be, what is the pattern, and how do I break it, or how do I exploit it, and how do I make myself the most efficient. So, not too much to share on that. It's just I'm going over some of the basic events that we did with Alt. They were quick, they're painless. You kind of explore, you level up pretty quick, and you do get a lot of experience from just exploring. Slowly through exploring, I think I gained 2 or 3 levels, and that was like not just 1, 2, and 3, but throughout the course of XP. So I'm probably like 7 or 5, 7, and 9. It's not painful, and I don't think I'll have a problem doing it. But the thing is, I'm a big fan of PvP, and my instances, well, that's too much fun to pass up. So until we get involved with a web battle, I think I might just take instances. I know it's terrible to say, but if needed, we'll go out into the world, like basically realm versus realm versus realm, or world versus world. However you want to say it. I'm just going to call it web from now on, so in case you're wondering, why does he keep saying that? Well, oh yeah, web means www. So, depending on where the more the glory is at, that's where I'll go. I do enjoy small battles and small skirmishes. I'm not a big fan of huge, massive numbers, only for the sole purpose of that. It's not so much that I don't enjoy the whole battle aspect, it's more of the point that it's a lot of people's machines can't handle it, and a lot of people, including myself, like sometimes it just gets a little too overwhelming for your machine, and I have a great machine. Like I've built my computers ever since I was a little kid, and like this one's a great machine, and it's still like when you get into heavy loading areas that are highly CPU oriented, you have problems, and so everyone's gonna have a problem. And it unlevels the playing field, and I just don't think that's fair or fun. And then there's lag, and it just becomes virtually unplayable. So that's my opinion on the world versus world, but I am looking forward to it. I will be participating. I know my guild will be participating, or clan, whatever you want to call it, community. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Let. I hope you subscribe and like this on YouTube, and I will talk to you guys later.